And we are continuing with Sonia Beacon's story. I won't go into big recap of every. I'm trying to keep every episode sort of fairly short, so it should be easy enough um, to keep up. And I'll also post some of my sort of notes from the game in the video descriptions. Anyway, last thing we sort of learned was that we're having two passengers to come on board the ship, and we as spectators know that these two people are up to no good, but our characters, our player character Sonia and the other NPCs have no idea yet. That's why I have upped the chaos factor to 6, and the next sort of scene that I expect is the two passengers arriving to kind of to muster or to check in on the ship. I should save this. In a sort of on a side note, I realized that now that alchemy is quite a clunky system to use in practice. I really liked it when it was announced, and I backed it on Kickstarter. And I think it looks good, but in sort of practical terms, it's super clunky. Just to mention one detail that drives me absolutely nuts, that when you open the window, you can't do anything behind it. For example, if I go into edit notes here, and I want to edit the notes, I have to click the tool, and then now I'm here and have to click the tool again, and then I have to click notes. I mean, that's just like 2 clicks too many. Plus, now my screen is locked, so I wanted to roll for expected scene now, so I need to access the die roller, and I have to click on it, and the other window disappears. So I guess I have to open it again and click edit and click edit and click notes before I can actually start writing. Whoa, that's not good. So I can tell now that I'm not using alchemy for my next story, whatever that will be. Anyway, expected scene. Chaos factor 6. If we roll anything above, we'll get the expected scene, but equal to or less, we'll get something else that we didn't expect, obviously. 1d10. Well, we are absolutely getting the expected scene. So our two passengers arrive at the arranged time. Um, they are a woman who presents herself to as Burns. That's her name. She is a sort of crew cut, slightly muscular, tank topped woman. Looks in real good shape. She's got like a hold all with her, a heavy hold all over her shoulder. Got like sort of cargo pants with pockets and maybe like combat boots. That kind of sort of the sound of the combat boots sort of echo when they enter the spaceship from the port. And her companion is a slim guy in a like a trench coat, sort of half open. He's got his one arm in a sling, and he's wearing a cap, I think, with sort of the sort of pulled down sort of over his eyes, and he doesn't say much. It's actually Burns, the woman that presents him as this is Nye, her companion, and they are keen to know um, when takeoff is, and sort of Mom explains to them that they still have to fill up the spaceship with fuel, and they are also expecting some cargo. But within the next day or two, they should be able to lift off from Trin. This information seems to annoy Burns a bit. I mean, Nye, her companion, is kind of like doesn't say much, doesn't show much of anything. Uh, but it's clear that Burns would have liked that they could leave earlier, I think. And the two, they are installed in their separate rooms by Zaik, the steward. And from there, we just have to wait for I think for the ship to be fueled and the cargo to arrive. So there's not much anything else um, to note other than sort of. I mean, Sonia has been around. She's seen this and that, and she's not entirely. She doesn't have any good vibes from these two passengers. And she, when they have left for their room, she's kind of like pulling Mom aside and say sort of like, "Do you know these two people? These two people? To me, they seem a bit sort of. I've flown with all kinds." Mom says, as long as they pay their fee, their ticket. I'm not the one to judge anything. And I guess there's not much to milk this scene. The next scene will be when we are ready to leave Trin. So we are ready to take off from the spaceport, and chaos factor is still 6, I guess. Nothing much has changed, and we get a 1. So that is an odd roll. So we have an altered scene. We should roll for that altered scene. I rolled another d10 for that. Add an object, says Mythic the GM. Okay. Actually, we're not quite ready to lift off yet, because that same evening, the two passengers, Mom and Zaik and Sonia, are kind of like gathered in the mess, I guess, over a cup of coffee, maybe. Maybe Sonia has actually fixed the coffee machine. But suddenly the two passengers, Burns and I, appear, and Burns is holding a sawn-off shotgun, pointing it at the 3 crew members and saying, "I'm sorry, guys. Time is a bit tight for us. We can't wait any longer. We have to We have to leave. Please make ready for takeoff. We don't want to hurt you. We are just in a hurry. And kind of like Zaik kind of like throws up his hands like and instantly grows very pale. Mom is also not looking very happy about it, and Sonia is kind of like she's thinking to herself, I should have gone with my first instinct. Who's the pilot? Demands Burns. Nye's still not saying anything. And Sonia sort of gets up slowly from her seat. Easy there, says Burns. I'm flying this thing, but I'm afraid we can't leave yet because we still need fuel. The two passengers look at each other and sort of. Then we'll have to fly with what you've got. And I think we need to ask ask Mythic whether the ship actually has been fuel or not. Because it could have been just something Sonia is saying to stall, right? And I need to find the fate chart. How can I fail that? There we go. Chaos factor 6. I think it's likely that they actually are fueled because that's probably something you do. You don't really wait till the last minute to fuel your ship. So maybe there is fuel in the ship. Let's see what. So has the spaceship been fueled? It's likely. So we are talking about up to 85. Yes. Or not. That is a that is a 70. And Burns sort of is kind of like asking Sonia to go to the controls and start the spaceship and ask for permission to lift off. And she asks Nye to, who is still, by the way, in his trench coat and cap, to stand behind Sonia while she is firing up the spaceship. And meanwhile, Burns is taking Mom and Zaik to a cabin or to a room to kind of lock them in. I think they choose actually Zaik and Sonia's shared room, and they are instructed to just stay there until they are kind of like in jump space. I just want to note some of this down. This is driving me mental. Okay, the two passengers force Sonia to start the ship and leave the planet. And so the guy, the trench coat guy is behind sort of Sonia when she starts flipping switches and warm up the engines. She doesn't really know if he's armed or not, or whether he would. I mean, Sonia is quite capable. Remember, she is a. Let me save this. She's actually super strong and also super intelligent. The only thing that's kind of like if she wanted to like make a move while Burns is getting the two other crew members locked up, is a very bad dexterity. So I think she's trying to chat to Nye instead, see if she can get him to say anything. So she said just like, so where do you? I mean, I need some coordinates to know how to log in, how far to move from the planet, and she kind of like fills in some techno babble that if you're not a pilot, you probably wouldn't understand, and it probably wouldn't make any sense either. But she's kind of like asking for some information from Nye, just to gauge whether he has any idea what she's doing or not. Is he reacting? Is the question. Let us try a reaction roll, just a standard traveler reaction roll. This will be without any modifiers, I think. Maybe a -1 modifier because it's a world population 9. So 2d6. What is his reaction to Sonia trying to at least seem calm and chat him up? Oh, that is a 4 hostile. And I will do a follow-up roll. See how okay he doesn't he just sort of like shut up. Maybe he actually says something, shut up, just do what you need to do. And then the other passenger Burns returns from locking up Mom and Zaik to join them at the bridge. And maybe we should stop there, right?